guys.
Cam McClellan.
Al Lewison.
Welcome to today's Wealth WOD.
Today we are talking about why Cam's wearing this t-shirt. So we had to have a bit of a chat about what we can talk about to bring this t-shirt into what we're talking about. So what's the t-shirt say, Cam?
It says, what's it say? Just a kid from Bairnsdale. So Bairnsdale's a town that I grew up in country Victoria. This WOD is about education, educating kids going forward. So Al and I came from fairly humble backgrounds, middle class to low middle class, public schools. I went to tech school, I went to public school. And we thought that when we came out of school, and neither of us went to university, but we thought that it was the education process through the schools why we didn't have a good understanding of financial acumen when we left school, and therefore we had to go and talk to lots of investors, talk to lots of business owners to really educate ourselves that way. And then we started, nowadays we employ, I don't know, best part of 50 people in different businesses, and we've got guys with corporate finance backgrounds and civil engineering and architectural degrees. And when we're talking to them about some of the top schools that they've come from, they even said that there were kids going to them, and some of these guys didn't have very good financial acumen. They definitely weren't taught that at school, and they said some of the kids going to those schools had dads who were CEOs of major international corporations, and those kids had no idea about finances either. So a couple of years ago, Al and I started doing 2-hour sessions out of secondary schools. We decided to, and there's no charge whatsoever, so we started going out to secondary schools doing 2-hour sessions, teaching kids the basic about finances. So,
because let's face it, they're going to go from the comfort of being a toddler, going to primary school, into high school, and at the very end of high school, they're out in the real world. They're released out into the wild, and they've got to make choices, and hopefully smart choices, and they've got to start to understand money, what to do with it, how to invest it, take care of themselves, and it's not something you generally pick up at school. So when I was going through school, people interested in learning about money and that side of things would go and do accounting and subjects like that. Well, it doesn't teach you about being an investor, it teaches you about being an accountant. So there was that disconnect, which, as Cam said, we've got a series of a talk we go rolling around to the schools doing, a couple of hour talks to kids, and sort of what, even year 7s upwards we're sort of doing.
Yeah, so the talks basically consist of, and so here's an offer to any secondary school teachers out there. We're booked out, I think, a fair way into this calendar year, but shoot us an email at cameron@opencorporation.com.au and I'll get one of my team to spam us. No, but the talks basically consist of, and there's no promotional of our company whatsoever, so basically before we even talk about property, we go through the basics: cars, credit cards, assets and liabilities, understanding finance, understanding interest and compounding interest.
Appreciating assets, depreciating assets.
Exactly. So we talk a lot about risk when it comes into the financial world. We talk about the tricks and traps that motor industries and banking industries will force on people to basically try and put them into the financial system to be constantly milking money out of people. And kids can get in a lot of strife over those first 5 or 10 years, or they can set themselves up for life. So our aim with those talks is to understand the basics of finance, and what we found is those kids coming out of that are more savvy than 99% of the population. When they walk out of those talks, they understand the right path to follow, and that's really the discussion we have with them, making the choices and following the right paths, which will set you up down the track.
Did you really say financial washing machine before? You said sort of
like a financial washing machine, isn't it?
Yep. The kids also get to meet a famous author. Author. Maybe some books come out too.
So secondary school teachers, principals, pastoral care coordinators, if you're after a couple of hour talks and getting the kids on the right track, give us a yell. Cheers guys.
Bye.